And in between rounds, we are playing a card that was not on my radar for Final Fantasy, Aerith Gainsborough. I just totally missed that if you Cauldron a Ballista onto this, that's an infinite combo. It works kind of like a Heliod. Whenever you gain life, put a counter on it, and whenever... wait. Sorry, is this the wrong Aerith? I guess is that the wrong Aerith? I guess it looks like it is. I didn't test this one. Wait. Robot Mike. Okay, let me reset the in your face. Oh, sorry, this is the right one. This is the right one. For some reason, okay, this is the right one. I didn't play this off the stream. I got scared for a second. Okay, whenever you gain life, you put a counter on Aerith, and that just works with Ballista. So you Cauldron Ballista onto Aerith, you remove a counter, you deal a damage, that puts a counter back on Aerith because you gained a life because it has lifelink. That's infinite damage. Sorry. Okay. Whenever it dies, you put a counter on each legendary creature you control, where X is the number of counters on Garrow. This is not a line of text that we're using in this build. It's possibly something that could come up, but it's hard to make that super duper relevant. So this combos with Cauldron Ballista in a very similar way to Heliod Cauldron. Or Heliod Ballista. There's two things that are really nice about this. One, you don't have to spend 3 mana for a thing, and then 2 mana for another thing that's very easy, that's very slow and telegraphed. This can just win the game turn 3. If you play Cauldron turn 2, you play Aerith turn 3, you put a Ballista in the yard, Cauldron the Ballista, that's game over turn 3, which is awesome. What's also cool about this card is not the worst thing ever to just play for 3 mana. If you have a Guide of Souls in play, you have an Ocelot Pride in play, it's going to come down, it's going to be a 3/3 lifelinker that gets bigger every single time it deals damage or you gain extra life, which is also very different from Heliod, which is just kind of 3 mana, no board presence at all. Big lifelinkers, not so bad at the moment either with all of the aggro decks in the format. Being able to kill really quickly in a deck like this, very nice as well. Very good Rumble deck to dig for your combo pieces, but this is, I think when you build a combo kind of simply put, I guess, this combo isn't like so powerful that you want to be completely built around it, so you need to be playing it in a very, in a shell that can outgrind and do a lot of other stuff, right? So you're playing the Guide Pride package. I think you can afford to play the full quad Static Prisons, because between the Guide of Souls, the 4 Ranger Captains to 5 more Guide of Souls, and your Gearhulks and Mockingbirds to copy, this build is going to make a lot of energy despite only having 4 non-static prison energy generating cards. You can also Gearhulk for your static prison, which is pretty good. I'm trying the first copy of Phoenix Down. I think it makes some sense. Maybe if this dies or this gets rumbled over, where you could tutor it up with a Gearhulk. This is a one-man artifact that can return a creature mana value 4 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Obviously, returning a Gearhulk is really, really nice. We have the 4th Gearhulk in the sideboard, because in matchups like Orzhov, Dimir, and Boros in control, you just really want to have the full quad. We are an Idyllic Grange deck also. This is, I think, a really nice tool here. All of our lands are plains. We have 11 fetch lands where we could put counters on our stuff, which is going to power up the ballistas. I think you don't need the full 4 ballistas because you have 7 tutors for them, and you just really don't want to draw 2 copies very early. Wonder if the 1 mana guy that gives something indestructible to counter be good here. We played that card yesterday in Brood Scale. Could be kind of interesting. You could play a copy possibly. But I think let's just go ahead and run this as is. All right, let's try this hand. Any progress with the sack deck you mentioned a few days ago? A little bit. It's not quite ready. I think Izzet Prowess versus Zeus statistically over 60% in Zeus' favor. Yeah, I wonder how different this matchup is versus that one. All right, so my Cauldron contains the Imri pretty well. Could Cauldron the Urza too, or the Imri. Pick your poisons in the sideboard of Zoo or Prowess might be a good move. I've been liking pick your poison a lot in general. Yeah, if you play Saga, Shadow Spirit helps too. That's true. Let's get ready to rumble. I think I just want to play the guy. I know. I can Phoenix down to Aerith later. And I can Ranger-Captain for Ballista. Gonna get a Temple Garden so I can cast a Gearhulk. Looks like we're 1 mana short of winning next turn with the cards in our hand. So I guess I probably should have just played the Phoenix down. Keck W. They sack Mox Opal main phase to make a stop there. I don't know. Why would they do this? Because they have the second one. Okay. Sure. No. What if I was supposed to sack Ranger-Captain this next turn? Or this turn? Seems fine, because I can also maybe Cauldron Ranger-Captain, and... Oh, I also want to Cauldron Ballista. I guess Cauldroning Ballista is a bit better, because I can wipe their board, that rules. I can Cauldron the Ranger-Captain next turn, so we can go... Counter here. Right. No, they would have rebuked the Ranger-Captain if they had a counter spell. We also don't care really if they rebuke this. It does stop me from jumping one more time off the Guide of Souls. But we're gonna have 5 more damage. We can deal with ballistas, which means. 6 more damage, which means we can kill both these. What's up?
We may have a problem with one of our sinks.
Okay, hold on. Okay, sorry, I do attack a sink with a plunger. That's just calling a plumber, but I got it to drain. So let me start by Cauldroning Ranger-Captain. Did the plumber you had last year get the job done? Yes. He's good. Okay, we're for 2. Hopefully this is just Thopter Foundry. Portable Hole would be... big bummer. I was playing around counter magic here. I'm sorry for making fun of... Yeah, I'm sorry for making fun of Sword of the Meek. You can grab it. Okay, so now we get to bring back Aerith, which Guide of Souls triggers, puts a counter on Aerith, and we just Ballista them. Nice. So up a game against Thopter Sword. The pick your poisons are kind of weird. Obviously I want the extra might. These are mostly anti-saga cards. I might just play 2. Let's do that. I like the Teferi is pretty good against them. I don't think I want the Lantern. Phoenix Down was good that game, but I think it's not like a big part of this matchup. Go down 1 Static Prison maybe? Yeah, maybe not. It's a good matchup for them. Yeah, maybe we just lead on the mites. I don't think I want the pick your poisons. Yeah, she has lifelink built in. Combo wouldn't work without that. Okay, we're an Aerith away from glory this game. What is the flavor implication of Phoenix Down on Aerith for all the non-Final Fantasy gamers? She did. I see. Well, what is the Phoenix? What does Phoenix Down mean in the world of Final Fantasy? Revives dead party members? Oh, well, why didn't they just use that in the game? I have seen the new Tezzeret. It looks pretty dope. Yeah, it's probably better to save the items for later. That's true. Probably gonna get Needle on Cauldron. Okay, so we're going to cast this Brightglass Gearhulk, and if it gets countered, we're going to get game 2, or game 3 rather. How many gifted subs for FF7 stream? Is that the remake one? I know, I think Voxy was playing Final Fantasy for the first time. Alright, game 3. They were no bonus streams while I'm doing all these side projects, unfortunately. I just really got to stay on my grind. Although, if this plumber is really expensive, then get back to me. I'll get back to you. She's playing FF10. Yeah, I have a hard time telling them apart. Do the Final Fantasies have like a sub name? Is it like Final Fantasy Sephiroth's Last Kiss, or like Final Fantasy Cloud Goes to College? I feel like that would be easier to keep track. Yeah, let's look into 7. Some of them do? Okay, cool. I think I'll keep that. Is it possible to ultimate new Tezzeret on turn of lands? You need 3 0-mana artifacts. Don't you need 4? You need 3. So possible. I mean, the ultimate's not crazy. You know what I mean? Interesting. We're 1-1 in the challenge. Lost game 3 to Domain Zoo, and we beat Eldrazi. Perfect. If they have Portable Hole, we can Haywire Mite it, so we don't even need to be afraid of that. We also could have... Maybe we should have done this. No. Well, at this point, it's too late. At this point, we just want to go Spawn, Mite, Sack, Aerith, combo kill. Well, it's weird they play Sword of the Meek here. Seems like it'd be a good Halfling deck. A lot of 3-mana legends. The fact that Halfling does not cast Gearhulk is like, for me, like it's just a non-starter. Like when your mana dork doesn't cast your 4-drop, it's like, it can't. Yeah, it is good with Cauldron. GG. Let me check on the challenge real quick. 6 matches. Yeah, I can get in there. Probably not a very good matchup. Keep her 7. Big Boros. Played this matchup yesterday. Let's keep a second Rumble. Was the Domain Zoo a Cecil? But we didn't see Cecil. Is Domain Zoo fixable as a bad matchup? Yeah, it's definitely one of these decks. Like if you want to be better against it, you can be. You could splash or pick your poison, Haywire Mite, those kind of cards.
Okay. Yeah, HVAC technician's gonna come. The receptionist lady was very. She said that most 2-story homes that are built like before 2000, so it could be
Okay.
that. And she also said that the outside is an overflow, so if you decide.
Okay, he's coming today?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, plus on Flooded Strand instead of killing me, my spawn token. Phoenix down to bring back Kethis if builder countered. Well, I mean, is that better than a recommission? Like, the main reason you want Phoenix down is because it's searchable off Gearhulk. Like, that doesn't seem like it's much better than anything else. I guess you could Emery it. Wander for the 2 years. Thank you. Welcome back. Maybe it's a stupid question. What's the appeal to play Aerith compared to Heliod in such a deck? It's a good question. It's like 2 or 3 big things. Like, one, it's faster. Like you don't like Aerith, Cauldron, Ballista can kill turn 3. Heliod is like a turn 4 combo for the most part. That's kind of the biggest one. Although maybe that's not as big as like Aerith is also just a big gigantic creature with Guide of Souls and Ocelot Pride. It's a big gigantic lifelinker compared to Heliod, which is like a 3-mana do nothing most of the time. Aerith also just is like less telegraphed on your plays, it's less mana requirements, but like it's like when you play Heliod, like your opponent just knows, okay, I'm gonna hold up removal and you're not gonna be able to do shit. Do I want to gain 4 or do I want to sack this? I think I want to sack this. This is bad if they have Ephemerate. I should have done it response. Wander the 2 years, buy with the 37. Aerith also lets you play the deck where you just have like a lot of like grindy game plans, grindy elements compared to Heliod, which is like you're just way more of a combo deck. Okay, Flame Fedor, huh? 4-color wizards. Could you get Mockingbird here? It's really good if my Ranger-Captain lives. I think we'll get Guide of Souls because we got the Static Prison. Yeah, you could. I think the first Heliod might be playable, but I'm not a big fan of the card overall. Yeah, I didn't know about Aerith combo until yesterday. When I was playing the Zac deck, people asked me about it. Gloom with the 57, let's go. Speaking of grinding, I consider expansion explosion for the grinding matchups. There have definitely been a lot of like, what about this card with what about this like really big card with VV? But a lot of that. Interesting minus on Ren and 6 here. I think it's got to be better to go after the Cauldron here, right? Don't think I'm wanting to cast anything else this turn into a possible Wrath Disguise, unless I want to commit to sacking the Ranger-Captain. I could even maybe set up for like Ranger-Captain Loop-de-Doops. One problem is to kill both, I need to jump onto Ranger-Captain, so if I'm jumping onto Ranger-Captain and sacking, that's kind of like, it's kind of weird. I guess I don't need to kill this Teferi at all, so let's just target the Wrenn and 6. Maybe we should play another Ballista on 0. I could have jumped again too. You can captain every turn from here on out. Well, I need to have a series of creatures to do that, right? But that is the plan. Oh, that plan sucks because they have stupid Teferi to instant speed Wrath Disguise. So I could have Cauldron Ballista, kill Teferi. I think you had lethal with no interaction. You wanted to go for that? Could have been good. Seems like they're just going to Wrath me here. We might have had lethal Ballista 0 double jump Cauldron Ballista. That might have been something to go for too. It was a tough turn, did not play it well. That's okay. So they're probably not playing a lot of counter magic, so I don't think we're going to bring in the Veils. We will bring in these. Don't think I want to go cut all my static prisons if possible. Consign hitting, they have, I think, enough ETBs to play some Consigns. Could have sacked to fetch. Sack Ranger-Captain? Ranger-Captain doesn't fetch on sack, if that's what you're asking. Maybe I'm misunderstanding something. Couldn't you sack Ranger-Captain in response to last fetch to present a Wrath? Oh, well, no, because, like, if I sack Ranger-Captain in response to fetch, they just Wrath X equals 2. They just respond to the Ranger-Captain. I needed to kill the Teferi if I was going to play around Wrath, though, and I missed that second too late. Interesting. Attack first. So they go Wrenn 6 minus the Pride. I still have 2 damage coming back. Keeping that on top. Might as well get in for an extra damage here. It could possibly Solitude here. It's not a mandatory Solitude situation. And if they don't have any lands and they've got a like Solitude, they might. Cool. 1 2-for-1, please. Could you have Grange there to save Pride? Grange, you need 4 planes in play. It's like the Mystic Sanctuary, right? Because I had to Consign here, I don't get to Grange next turn either. Not that that's probably the biggest deal. What's the reminded text on your cards? Talking about the can be cast as any color. It's like a glitch whenever you have Cauldron in play. It always happens, but it doesn't affect the game. I might Cauldron Ballista this turn. I think I'm getting Phoenix down also. Well, if they Solitude this, that's not very good. Does nothing. I guess we get Mockingbird. Alright, so this is 6 damage, and we can ping 5 times to put them down to 3 in response to a Wrath. Well, the round 3 of the challenge is about to start, so we'll finish this game maybe, or a turn or two, and we'll get back into the challenge. Opponent's playing 4-color Omnath with the Wizard package. Doing pretty good even against a Flame of Anor here. So I don't think we needed to just kill this. Like, if they kill these two, they're dead on board, and these are the best 2 permanents I have. An insane decision to draw 2. Maybe they're not dead on board? I guess they go to 1. No, I'd ping them here. They go down to 7. They jump here. They take... not 7. Maybe they have Solitude also. I can jump again this turn, assuming they don't Solitude my Gearhulk. I can go Grange, Mockingbird, get another Guide of Souls, or Ocelot Pride, whatever, jump. They're dead. Okay, so I would love to finish this match. We're 1-1. I'm going to go focus on the challenge, which is starting instead. Would have loved to see how Game 3 turned out, but challenge more important. I'm liking the Aerith deck. It's an interesting first draft, I think. It's like, even on this list, you have 1 enchantment creature, so there could be something there. I mean, obviously, I'm really obsessed with Fanatic of Ronus, and I would love to figure that card out one of these days. So on the draw against Orzhov, so I guess we could keep this, go Guide into Mockingbird next turn. Then maybe we can Rumble for land 4, and then use the Grange as a land later. I think this is important to do so I could double block Ophelia, but it's actually pretty scary since they tap out for anything. It's nice this doesn't die if they push here though. I still have a creature in play. And in your Cauldron deck, random creatures are not so bad. Not that we have Cauldron in hand at the moment. Lincoln, 28 months. Welcome back. Ever lied to you? It is actually pronounced Kakamo. Dang it. I knew it. Alright, let's get ready to Rumble. Cauldron would be good, maybe. How many subs you have to get for a Moonmist deck? Well, what you should have done is lobbied Wizards to make Moonmist actually a good card. That Moonmist card sucks. Or sorry, all the stuff you could Moonmist. Like there's not a single good thing to Moonmist in the set. I'll play the Phoenix Down out. For my whole Magic career, do I have any memory of a terrible misplay with Sansu today or feel really bad about? Most of my really bad misplays have not been in really high-stake moments, thankfully. Usually in big tournaments, I'm at a level of focus that I feel pretty good at how I've played in my career. Obviously not perfect, but pretty good overall. Most of my high-stake moments have been off-stream, and most of my big mistakes have been on-stream, I guess. Not even Sephiroth. Yeah, yeah, the Moonmist stuff, I think, it just doesn't seem... nothing seems interesting enough. There's the clip of you dropping a level event, the list of my mind went free. Yeah, I mean, it was like there were still like 9 rounds left in that event, and I was like 3-1 or something, or maybe 8 rounds. But obviously that was an embarrassing thing to have done. It is nice. It is really important to not get too embarrassed about stream stuff too. Okay, that's a win maybe. Is there any way to play around? Yeah, we can even play around a Solitude. So I can go cast. I guess cast Ballista for 0. Oops. I'm gonna type oops. Okay, too toxic. Never mind. Cast Cauldron. It does look like I meant to cast Ballista X = 1 and I didn't. Okay, and then oh, sorry, I guess I don't have does this play around Soul 2? Because I can get back Aerith. I can put a counter. Yeah, I guess it just doesn't play around Solitude, huh? Nice. Would you advise not to get into Modern after the next ban announcement? Well, they've said that they're not going to ban anything in Modern this next announcement. That's what they said. I don't know if that's what they're going to do. They said they weren't going to unban anything either unless something really serious was happening. And Modern seems to be in a good place at the moment. Not the best place possible, but I think things are good. Gameplay's good. Things are moving. I'm having fun. So I think it's a good time to get into it. All right, so let's bring in the extra Gearhulk. I might not make any other changes. Maybe cut a prison. They have a lot of... They have too many answers to this. Too many ETB effects. Yeah, let's. I think I like that thought that they've got too many ETB effects to want these. You could Haywire Mite for Overlord, but I think instead I'll play a Teferi and 3 Consigns. They did say they might if they need to, but they want it to don't. Yeah, it's really... They shouldn't have said anything. Like, they just should have let the announcement be the announcement, but... Thankfully, things are good. Thankfully, there's no emergency. Did you give up on Gold Leagues, if so why? I haven't been playing them. I haven't been playing them because nobody else does, basically. I stopped playing them when there was like 1,400 people in the regular leagues and 200 people in the Gold Leagues. And queue times for the Gold League takes like 2 or 3 minutes sometimes. And there was not like a discernible difference. Like in regular leagues, everybody's playing tier 1 decks. In Gold League, if anything, people were brewing more in the Gold Leagues. It was really weird. If Gold Leagues are where it's happening, I'll go over there. At the moment, it does not seem like where they're happening. Do you think there's a Devoted Druid build up there? Or, yeah, Brood Scale is 2025 Devoted Druid. There's not really a reason to be Devoted Druid anymore. I said this when they made the Gold Leagues. There's not enough of a modern player base for there to be 3 different leagues. You know what I mean? They would have to up the prices like really significantly, I think, for it to work if it was going to work. Okay, let's mulligan triple tap land. But there's just not enough players to justify it, I think. Yeah, I like the new Tezzeret. Seems like we're gonna have some fun with that card. Trust me, bro. Recruiter is better than Ketchamos. Trust me. Come on, man. It's like I've been losing with Ketchamos so much, so I added Recruiter, and I'm winning now. It was so simple. Recruiter, no Vial. That's it. I bought these Orzhov cards, and I'm gonna play them. I bought them. I have to play them. If they had Solitude Ephemerate, they should have gone for it already. Maybe. Consign's not going to do much against the Ephemerate if they have it. Yeah, they just get the rebound anyways. So we'll let this go. If you have the cards playing them seems reasonable. I know, I just am so tired of the cope with Recruiter. Like, playing this card with no Aether Vials in your deck, it's like, I don't know, it's so silly. But maybe my opponent has Aether Vials, but I just do not think that this card is the way. Like, maybe Ketchamos is... I think if Ketchamos is bad, that doesn't make Recruiter good, is my thesis. Guess we get a Ballista? Could it be okay to hold up the Consign for a possible Felia this turn? Could also try to get Mockingbird and just hardcast on the Solitude in 2 turns. That might have been good too. Beagle with the 8 months, Galen with the 33. Thank you, welcome back. So you're going to flicker the Overlord, which got them a Recruiter back. I get to block the Felia. Then Overlord is in play. That's going to be kind of tough to beat. It's like maybe... I feel like just Overlord flicker with Felia. Like, maybe this is just enough card advantage for the archetype. Maybe you don't need these shitty 3-drops at all. I could definitely believe that. Okay, this is a little weird, but... I I think I care more about being able to archive onto my Walking Ballista and hold up Consign than I do care about getting an energy. It does telegraph I have Consign. There's some outs. Recruiters stock up, but you have to pick them in my, yeah. Low bro, 30 months, thank you, welcome back. What I'm trying right now is Cecil those spots. That's kind of, Cecil's been good, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, I just think, I think you gotta find something else. If you don't like Ketramos, but I think Ketramos is probably fine. I do think Recruiter is the worst card of the deck, and like maybe just playing maybe your 3-drops are just 4 Flicker Wisp, and you have 4 Overlord, 4 Flicker Wisp, and you have Felia, and that's your card advantage engine. And you have Solitude Ephemerate also. Maybe you're playing Thoughtseize in the main. Maybe, I don't know if that's stock yet. But this Recruiter stuff just seems like such nonsense. Could Tezzeret see playing Hammer? I don't think so, no. It's mostly just say like Dice Factory Mystic Forge card, it seems, which is my like favorite deck, so I'm excited. Catcher good, but Relic is bad is basically my endpoint. Yeah, I think that's a fine point. Although, as far as the Relic bad thing goes, I don't exactly agree, right? Where, like, Relic is relevant against every deck that I care about beating at the moment. Against, like, it's very important to beating Flage. It stops Delirium and Lava Dart sometimes against Prowess. Not amazing against them, but it's not bad against them either. Eldrazi has K-Return, and it has Emrakul. Titan has Aftermath Analyst, and Domain Zoo also has Flage. So I feel like it's maybe it's the idea that Relic is bad in the main deck. I maybe that's wrong. Maybe I'm missing something, but that's kind of where I'm at, you know. Best draws are Mockingbird and Gearhulk. Maybe dumb question. Why is Aerith the only legendary creature if she puts her counters on other legends? Or is there a card I'm missing? Well, you don't need that part for the combo in this deck. Like, Aerith is just like a big, gigantic lifelinker that has an infinite combo, which is pretty interesting. There in this build of the deck, there really aren't many, if any, legends that would be like super interested to play. Maybe like Zach Fair. Every deck has Graveyard Hate also used. Yeah, that's true. You have a lot of other Graveyard Hate. Yeah, I agree. I agree that the main deck relics aren't amazing, but they may not be as bad as you think. Maybe they are. I do think they have a Solitude in their hands, so I'm not feeling great about our spot. We'll play it out. Although, actually, let's not. Never mind. I take that back. Let's not play it out because I want to finish this match before round 4 of the challenge starts. Maybe Cloud, so she has a friend. Are Aerith and Cloud in the same Final Fantasy game? Canonic friends. Aelgarist, 60 months. Thank you. Welcome back. They are the default couple. Wait, I thought Cloud and Sephiroth were. That's what chat told me, at least. All right, Nexus, 54 months. Welcome back. Kind of a mold of 6, but a good mold of 6. Yeah, if you consign the return trigger from like a Flicker Wisp or a Felia, they stay gone forever. Just kind of the main reason you board those cards in. Main phase push, miss your land drop. What's wrong with taking the back streets, I guess? How did VV turns do? We're 2-1 in the challenge at the moment. Round 4 starting soon. We beat Mardu Energy, we beat Eldrazi, and we lost to Domain Zoo. There's 3 more rounds of Swiss. And we have won this match. We're 2-1 in this league, or kind of 2-0, where we didn't play round 3 so we could focus on the challenge. I'm going to get some water, use the restroom, stretch my legs. Good time to do that yourself.